Action, activate.
Oh, hello there. I was just working my new Power Rangers headshot. It's me, Gazbot, and if I'm Gazbot for Action Activate, then with me as always is...
It is I. It is the big dog, the at-home dog once again, and I have some retro Ranger gear on that I got recently.
I was wondering if it was vintage or retro, because it looks...
I think it's a little bit of both. It's not new, but it's not 93 90s. Old.
Right.
Yeah.
I have my vintage Ink 1, which is a couple years old now.
I saw that. It's a classic.
So back in the studio, so to speak, to talk about Cosmic Fury Episode 6, which is officially more than halfway through. Like when we watch 1 minute of this episode, we're more than halfway through the season, which is wild considering how most seasons are much longer.
Yeah, we are chugging along. Going to do another review for y'all, and overall liked this episode. Got an introduction of a new Ranger, which is always nice. We got Fern officially in the fold, no longer having to stay on the ship because she is a secondary character without Ranger powers. So
she left the ship before that happened, but now the complaints that have been lodged against her should be...
She would have been on the ship if it was up to Izzy.
That's true. That's absolutely true. But I want to talk about the beginning for a second, because it starts off with this big fight on the planet, whatever it's called, Eisenhower or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was my least favorite part of the episode. We got the stuff with them trying to work on the ship and the cloaking and Billy and all that. That's fine. But the actual battle was like the most... We've talked about this before, but it was the most blatant, like, oh, this is Q Ranger footage that we have to justify. So I guess it's supposed to be the planet at night, but it just doesn't, like, I don't know. It just seems to come out of nowhere. Like, oh, the tentacles are huge now. And like, even with the Zords, they're like, let's use the Bear Zord and the Cub Zord. And it's like, just like, I know there were storylines here in Q Ranger probably. I didn't hate it. They weren't terrible looking, but it just felt like out of nowhere kind of to me a little bit.
The thing that softened the blow was the cool shots of the cockpits.
Cockpits are awesome, no doubt. And I'll give credit where credit's due. Ion had a joke in this that I liked where he was saying, oh, they're getting unruly or something. It's something I learned about my customers. If they're getting unruly, give them a free drink. And then he sprays them with the poison. I was like, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Ion was a little bit better for me this episode. I know I've complained about him in the past.
Have you?
Oh, yeah. Have I not? Is that sarcasm?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I am tired, so the sarcasm might fly over my head faster than the Dragon Zord did for these worms. Heyo! But
I do love the dragon. I do love the.
I do. The more we watch these Zord sequences, the more I'm like, I goofed 3 to 5 years ago.
True. You know what it made me realize, like just now, and I may have said this when we did the whole series, I kind of forget, is the fact that we didn't get the dragon, the purple Ranger with like the cloak and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, no, because we didn't get any of those suits.
Yeah.
Right. Because I forgot from it. Because I had always said way back when that they should bring Billy back and have him be like the mentor, and he has this like dragon thing, but then you take it off. Oh, it's Billy, or even I just got a text from someone we were just talking about.
Nice.
An undisclosed. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, I liked the idea of it being a veteran Ranger coming back and having that outfit, and then when they demorph, oh, it's that person, Tommy or whoever. But I forgot that was one of the main suits. Although they still could have used it. Now that I think about it, like if all the Rangers get their Cosmic Fury suits, I wonder why they didn't use any of the Q Ranger suits. Like, were they not available?
I don't know. I mean, the thing that I don't understand from the Netflix side of things / Hasbro side of things is we've seen them do American only footage with Japanese suits, like in Beast Morphers when Chaku was there, which you're like, okay, bring in a metal hero. That's completely not Power Rangers, sure. So I think they could have done it, but again, whatever. If anything, I think it would have been cool if they did it with the Rafconians that were on Earth that were fighting.
Yeah, but that might be like, well, depending on who you ask, the Q Ranger suits might have outshone the Cosmic Fury suits. Like, I would have thought that they were better suits.
But very countdown to destruction, though. We saw everybody fighting, all hands on deck, all this stuff. You do it in an episode, whatever.
No, but what I'm saying is putting the Q Ranger suits in this series and not having them be part of the main Ranger team would be a mistake, because those suits are awesome. Like, they're really cool suits, and I think it would take the shine away from the main hero. I'm wondering more, did they not have access to the suits? Because typically they do.
I think they did, because they got the Navy suit.
What's that?
They got the Navy suit.
Yeah. Well, no, but the Navy, you mean Kyoryu Navy?
Yeah.
That was from a different series.
But they still had to get it from Japan, though.
True. Or maybe they had it manufactured by cosplay people at this point.
No, they didn't. They said they got it from Japan.
Oh, they did. Okay, yeah, so I don't know then. Well, I guess what I'm saying is, even if they wanted the All-American Cosmic Fury team, they could have had Billy or Mick have different suits, like if they wanted to do it that way.
I think if they were going to do it, it needed to be other characters. I think having them as Legacy Rangers makes it unique to Power Rangers. And I think if they were to give it to... Dude, double Ninja Steel for me.
You're right.
Thank you. When in doubt, more Rangers is better with seasons, especially like this. Yeah. We didn't get it. It's still okay. The season's good.
Tarek isn't Void Knight anymore. He's purple. He could have been the purple.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's Rafconian, and he fought with a Rafconian, so you could get a Rafconian armor suit thing.
Not everybody, just him. All right, we should move on. So Billy and Solon went out.
Time out. Zed blew up Rafcon. And when he blew up Rafcon, because 6 months has passed, there's a meteor from Rafcon that strikes Earth, and in it are latent powers from Rangers, but it's not a full team, and those little orbs are similar to these. And what does it do? It gives us those suits for the Rafconians. You're welcome, Hasbro.
No,
you should have asked us.
I don't. That's a good. The writing, the plot, like the contrivance you just came up with, I have no issue with. But again, I think those suits are superior to the American suits, and you don't want the secondary side team characters looking that good. Having Tarek, who's been kind of a semi-main character for a while, getting a suit would be fine. If you want to have a squad, I don't want random Rafconians getting it. You know what I want? Bring back Ben and Betty, and then maybe they get them. Bring back other side characters.
He could have done this with the meteor now. How many things are in the meteor? We don't know. We haven't investigated yet.
I'm fine with the meteor, but I don't want all those suits going to the random Rafconians.
We're like halfway in, and we've only talked about hypotheticals.
A minute ago, I'm like, let's get back to it. And you're like, no, wait a minute. Let's not get back to it. And now you're making it like I'm the one that sidetracked us.
Quit getting us off track. So
Billy and Solon were going to go fix some stuff. They get separated. They find Solon's communicator.
Solon gets captured. I hate these worm creatures. I know they have to use them for whatever reason. They're awful. I hate them. The only
they're like badly done, or they're creepy.
They're creepy enough. I think they're just boring.
I think if I was a child, they would terrify me.
Yeah, maybe, but I just think they're boring.
But what's not boring is the Sentinels, and I would love a Lightning collection of these figures.
I want to ask me a character from this season if I want a Lightning collection of them.
This guy right here, this squid face looking guy. Do you
sounds good. The only ones I wouldn't necessarily are the mom and daughter. I don't super care for them.
I wouldn't even want the squid guy. I'd want. Well, and again, going to the Rangers, I'd want Evil Ollie more than any of the Rangers.
Exactly. I've been wanting it forever.
I would like a Mick figure.
And by forever, I mean since I saw it.
Right. I would like Mick with his Ninja Steel outfit, but definitely with a swappable head where he has the crazy hair, maybe a pair of goggles or something.
Yeah. Hopefully when the hiatus is over, we'll get those. I'm calling it a hiatus with hope in my heart.
That's a lot of hope you got there.
Yeah. Who has more hope, me or Zato when he does this little doohickey magic thing to figure out where Solon is and almost dies.
This is where a lot of them start realizing that he has this other power, but also that it's draining him. Like it gets more pronounced as we go on, but like this is definitely
they feel him. They're like, do you have blood in your body? You are a reptile person.
And he's like, God, I'm like Solon. So they have to go fight because the cloaking wasn't. Oh, he says they're just bombing randomly, but they're waking up all the worms and stuff. And then meanwhile, they go to find Solon.
Yeah. I thought the fight that they have here is pretty cool.
I agree with Ollie and this guy.
That guy looks awesome. You wouldn't want to figure him?
I wouldn't say no, but he wouldn't be in my top 5 from this season.
I didn't say he was in your top 5. It was a yes/no. It wasn't a ranking.
I just noticed he's got a hook and an anchor on his hand.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is cool. He you know, you're gonna hate this, but he looks like he belongs in Samurai with their
100%.
Oh, okay.
Well, why would I hate that?
I don't know, because Samurai is not well thought of typically.
No, Jaden's not well thought of.
I think those are 2 different issues that could both be true.
I think they're overlapping issues.
Okay. All right.
But anyways, talking about this season, I love Evil Ollie. The more I see him, the more I just
that would be my number 1 figure from
relish his time on screen. Yeah, I agree.
So here comes the terrible suits to fight the good suit.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, this battle's going on. And while all this is happening, she's like, I gotta go help. And I'm gonna
so the thing that was curious, and I don't remember because again, we haven't rewatched these completely. So when she helps free Solon, she has like a little blaster out of the morpher. Yes. Was that always a thing, or did we discover that this episode?
I'm not sure. She's saying you blast, right? I think we maybe knew it because if we didn't know it, she's establishing it right here.
Yeah.
As like, oh, you're a blaster. Because like I was trying to remember like why was she bringing a morpher, but she wasn't. She thought like oh, it's just a gun I'm going to use. And
well, also the teleporting, she used it to teleport. That's
true.
Why. Yeah.
I do
Dang, triple ninja steel today, boy. I love it.
I think you lose one for the boy.
No, it adds to it. See, I got those eggs to start glowing when I said it. That's what happened.
I like this whole scene, like the environment with the glowing things in the background, and just I don't know, it's nice looking. It's pleasing to the eye.
Yeah, they definitely needed more morpher blasting. Like that to me, I'm like, you just do that more. Start Mega Manning all these worm creatures and
that's what she does. Yeah. Well, when they were, did they have blasters as Dino Fury, like it as part of the sword or something, or they
no
blasters?
It was just swords.
Was it? I thought they had blasters. I'm looking for my Dino Fury red figure.
No, Gold had a blaster.
Yeah. Okay.
Quadruple.
So she gets them out. She gets Solon out, and this is when they start coming in, and then the teleporter isn't working. She's got some guck on it, just like before.
Yeah.
But then when she helps her. And I love this part. Yeah. I really got like, I got emotional. I got the chills, whatever you want to call it. Like when it was happening, because we all kind of knew she was going to turn into a ranger at some point.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was like, oh, she's like Solon's ranger. She's the dinosaur Solon is. I thought that was so sweet. I don't know. It really got me in exactly the corny, campy way they wanted it to hit.
The last ranger I can think of that we kind of got something like this for, I think was Nate. And then before that, Kendall of the sidekick to the team that helps everybody out. And we've established them. They continue to grow. Then they become a ranger. It's not, this person's pretty cool, right? All right, it's been 20 minutes. They're the red, yellow, blue, whatever color ranger. You better like them because they're here.
I agree with what you're saying about the setup completely. But on top of that, like, again, the fact that she was Solon's dinosaur.
Yeah.
Was another connection, which if this was, and that is kind of like Nate with Steel, actually, now that you mention it.
Yeah.
But if this had gone more episodes, if this was a standard season, I know there would have been an episode about the two of them bonding and how they're similar and different and like coming together in some way. And I would have loved that episode.
I also would have liked in this alternate future we're talking about where they establish Solon more connected to the grid, which is why she's orange. I think that would be even cooler, but agreed. This headcanon's getting confusing, man. I can't tell what's a great idea from us and what actually happened.
It's all our ideas. I mean, the show's over. We might as well take credit for it.
Hey, Hasbro's been bugging us for years now. That's what I've been saying.
I do love, going back to what you were saying, I do love the legacy when Billy in his Mighty Morphin suit shows up with this team or that is fun. And I do wish there was a little more of that with other
It just reminds me, when you're a kid and you got, it's semi-plausible. You got your Ant-Man and you got, one of your, Star Wars figures. You're like, this could happen, right? Except we get to see it play on screen. So,
I'd be like, look, it's Scarlet Witch and a really small Rodimus Prime.
Yeah, it's the classic pairing that we've all seen of Goku from Dragon Ball and Tasmanian Devil from Space Jam. It's just,
it's what you expect to see. Ooh, I just dropped something. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
It's what you expect to see. Like, Mecha King Ghidorah and Cassie Lang just slugging it out. This one actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that one made more sense than you thought.
Yeah.
It's like the classic pairings of the Big Dog and Gazbot. Just things that make sense on screen, right?
Yeah. So anyway, back to the show. It's not too long. It's 15. Okay. I thought it was getting away from us, but we're doing okay.
We're close enough.
So the fight's going, and they're like, what are we going to do? Whoa, here comes Fern. Yeah. And the subtitles specifically say Fern. Hiya! Exclamation point, and then in brackets, shouts. Yeah. And
I like this little rake that she has.
And I think what sells it is the energy effects where you see the 3 claw lines of energy.
Yeah.
That sells it better for me. And it turns into a bunch of pea soup vomit.
Again, more fighting, cool beans.
Look how happy she is.
Yeah. She's awesome. I've been saying it. Fern being a ranger was the best leak I saw. Yeah. Really excited about it. Izzy gets humbled.
If Fern didn't become a ranger, I think people would be upset. Just like the way, even more possibly, the way when Heckle didn't become a ranger. What the heck? It would have been the same thing.
Yeah, ridiculous. If only that were a thing outside of the comics. Everybody's back.
Kind of reminds me of the Millennium Falcon, like this setup.
Yeah. Looking wise, yes.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Ollie's really mad that he didn't know the base could fly away because he never paid attention because he was too self-absorbed when he wasn't.
Even though last season I talked about how they were working on that constantly and it was going to be a spaceship. Didn't he hear me?
I know. He was going, hey guys, why you got to be so selfish? It's all about me. We get Heckle back. We get some more evil exposition. Heckle's there. Cool.
I would like a figure of this Heckle too. Like this.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Version. Well, no, just talk. Well, I don't necessarily always want every civilian or every villain form, but I like, he's got this sort of steampunk kind of thing going. It would be a cool figure.
I think if they were to do a civilian series of Rangers, he should be the representation in wave 1 or 2.
Right. He'd be like the White Ranger of that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
We get this.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say he's weird. I don't remember him. He looks kind of shoehorned. She's like, ew, do you have a crush on me? And he's like, what? No. And I was honestly not sure if he did or not based on his reaction. Yeah, whatever. I was waiting for that scene to be over. I really do like, though, the scene we get coming up of Zed and Ollie. Ollie's kind of throwing a little pity party. Zed, tells him, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. Izzy eats some humble pie and says, sorry, I sidelined you so hard, even though everybody else knew you were great, and I'm just overprotective, and, you're cool. We say, I love you to each other. Awesome. Hunky-dory. Izzy's no longer a ranger because she was so terrible. No, they didn't. Yeah, they were like, you lose your powers, and the only way to get them back is if you grab the hammer that says, if ye be worthy, you may have the power of Izzy. Oh, okay. Cosmic Fury Green. Does Izzy have a hammer? No, it'd be that joke would be even better if she had a hammer. I forgot about that. Yeah, good. Javi says, hey, you're both Rangers now. Gives a new meaning to power couple. That is like a C+ joke, but I'll allow it because it's Power Rangers related. Yeah. And then Billy's like, I got to get going back to my team. And we're like, what? No. Bye, Billy. We're like, what? Where's your team been doing? Have they been having trouble or are they yet to have trouble? I don't know where that takes place yet. Some of them maybe are in jail or, because of the other movies or movie with a rumor of another one coming out. Yeah. That was a multi-layered joke and I hope y'all enjoyed it. This is the part you were talking about where Ollie's like, were you mad? Also, I didn't look at his throne too much. That throne's great. The throne itself is fine, but I think it works really well with the stuff behind it. Because it's kind of like that old school gothic weird
evil throne, but then it's like, oh, but here's like it's a
With-
spaceship too.
with tentacles.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that because it's not his
Yeah.
throne. It's someone. Yeah.
But it also works with him, so it's kind of even better.
Now here's the problem: is that he's saying we always got to tear the big dog down. So I don't like that. I don't get on board with that.
Let's tear the top dog.
Oh, top dog. Oh, I guess I just think of you as being tops. So
Hey, well,
hey.
you know, sometimes the big dog's at the top, and sometimes he is, you know, making jokes, scraping the bottom of the barrel.
So Ollie's like, "Are you mad at me?" And this is where Zed's like, "The Morphin Master Energy is going to fill me up. I have to become the most powerful ever. Because if you're evil, you just got to stay on top forever." And Ollie, and the funny thing is, Ollie isn't like, "Yeah, me too." He's just sort of like, "Yeah, I'll be there next to you, buddy. Yeah, it'll be an honor to be with you."
He's like, I definitely can't, so you go for it.
Yeah, you do that, and I will support you in your decision making.
Yeah.
Zed. And that was episode 6.
It was good. I thought good introduction to Fern.
I mean, that was the best part of the whole episode for me.
Oh, absolutely, hands down. Cool interaction with Zed and Ollie. Finally,
all the fighting was good. All the like the people scenes and the Zord scenes, but the people scenes had more impact on the story and the emotion and characters. A lot of the Zord fight scenes looked really cool, but I was like, I don't care. This doesn't mean anything. They're fighting tentacle monsters. Who cares about these tentacle monsters?
Yeah. Also, this is when we don't have to be annoyed at Izzy as much anymore.
True.
Like it's like I think I literally made a note to you. I'm like, hopefully she's not annoying these next 4 or 5 episodes or however much we have left, because this was exhausting to complain about her all the time. But with that,
yeah,
I mean, it's good. We're gonna power through to the next one. Until next time, you have been Backbot,
and you're still the at-home dog.
And to the power. See y'all later.
I'm gonna press an explosion. Then I'll do end credit. Hey, did you notice we got a new shout out at the beginning of this episode?
I did. That was a cool one. That was from one Selwyn Ward, the first black leader of the Power Rangers.
Yeah, TJ himself. I saw him at Ranger Stop, obviously, for the people who know he was there last week.
You got to be louder because it's hard to hear you over the credits.
I saw him. He's a nice man.
He is.
I saw him at Ranger Stop, and he was gracious enough to give me a little shout out. I got a couple other new ones too that I haven't had a chance to upload, but yeah, he was ready to go. So there you go.
Yeah, looking
Back
forward
next
to
week with episode 7 is the plan, right?
That's the plan.
And if you're in America and so celebrate, have a nice Thanksgiving.
And even better, Cyber Monday and Black Friday.
True. The Alien Ranger set is on sale on Amazon right now.
You should
check out Kohl's and Ross and Burlington Coat Factory and all those, and you will find Lightning Collection for cheap.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, bye.